What's up, guys? It's been a while since I brought you a tractor video. For those of you that follow the channel because of the stuff we do for Kubota, the couple of parts we make through the shop, plus the videos I post on here because of that, I've got a M4-071 machine behind me. I bought it from Statesville Ag and Turf here local, but we also have a semi-local place that makes some really awesome attachments. It's called Everything Attachments, and they're in I think Conover, so not too far from here. But if you're part of the Everything Attachments social media group, you'll see that Travis will post, one of the owners will post stuff that's got slight blemishes on it for a discounted rate every now and again on that page. Well, I just happen to be talking to him. I know his son through the drag racing community, but I just happened to be talking to him one day, and he said that he had this Toothbar behind me that had just a small flaw, and he'd give it to me at a really good deal. So this was back in the summertime. So I'll show you what I got here. This is a really heavy duty Toothbar. It really works you to pick this thing up. I don't know what it weighs, but it is really heavy duty. So powder coated black. The only flaw on this entire thing is that little mismachining mark right there where the mill just nicked it a little bit wrong. So everything else is just like you'd buy one brand new, and he gave me a pretty hefty discount on this. And they brought it to me because one of the guys that works there, he has some cows right up the road, and he actually just met me right up the street from the house and dropped it off, so I didn't even have to pay for shipping. So it worked out. So this bar, when you buy one of these tooth bars, they are made to fit your bucket. They'll ask you for certain dimensions of your bucket at certain points, and then they space the outer hold down strap according to your bucket width and different things. So this one's made just for my tractor. The funny thing is, this deal kind of went down back in the summertime, and I had actually forgot about it, and I think Travis did too. He hit me up a couple weeks ago and said, dude, I got your tooth bar here and we've completely forgot about it. And I said, well, honestly, I did too, because our plate's, you know, so full. My daughter's trying not to sleep today. It's Christmas Eve, by the way. Merry Christmas, everybody. But he said, we'll get it wrapped up and get it to you. So the guy met me, I picked it up. Long story short, it's here. So I'm gonna set the camera up and I'm gonna see how far I can getting this thing put on my bucket today. I've got 3 batteries in my DeWalt drill, and I'm not sure what kind of work it's gonna be to drill through this thing. This is some pretty thick metal on the bucket down here on this cutting edge. So we'll see how long the batteries last and how many bolts we can get in this thing, and see if we can get it on. So here we go. Okay, you can see I've got it placed up on there now. Gotta watch it because these edges are really sharp. Might need to wear gloves trying to do this because it's so heavy. But it just sits on there. Just make sure whenever you're drilling your holes and stuff, you've got it pushed all the way tight like it's gonna be, just to make sure it's the cutting edge is getting a full load and not only your bolts there. So let's start drilling. Boy, I would have probably paid somebody $50 to borrow a sharp drill bit and a battery that would last. I think I went through about 5 or 6 batteries, rotating them in and out before I got through this thing, but it's finally on. Looks pretty tough. I went ahead and put all the bolts in. Like I said, I wasn't gonna put but maybe that one and just skip every other one, because I knew the little DeWalt drill I got, I had a couple big batteries and a couple small batteries, and I knew that drilling through this thick stuff with as big a drill bit as I was going to have to use, like I said, these bolts here I think are 5/8 or maybe 9/16. I think these are 5/8, maybe these are 9/16. Anyway, they're pretty good size. You start going through really thick steel with a drill bit that big, just a battery drill just won't last long. It gets pretty hot pretty quick. But this looks really tough. I'm really happy with how gnarly it looks, and I'm sure when I start putting it to work, it will really improve on how this bucket cuts in the ground. You can see on the install, I put this on first. I made sure to push it as tight as I could against the cutting edge of the bucket where these were bottomed all the way out. And I actually put the bolt inside the little strap, and I twisted it like that and made a little mark on the bucket, and then I drilled my pilot hole right in the center of that mark. That way I knew it was all the way against the back of the strap. Now it's got an adjustment slot right here, but you know, I don't want it to come any further forward off of this cutting edge. I wanted it to be all the way against it and stay that way. So I made sure that bolt was all the way against the back of the strap. And once I got that one on, I snugged it up, and then I come over here and I've done this side as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think these are around 500 bucks from everything attachments. I'm not really sure. I only give 400 and some dollars for this one because I had a blemish on it like I showed you earlier, but they're really worth the money, I think, because this is definitely tougher than the bucket it's attached to. So not going to be tearing this thing up. So first chance I get to use it, I'll make sure to video that and let you know how good it cuts into the ground. But that is the Wicked Toothbar install. As rough as it was, it's on there. Merry Christmas.